Since the full release of Session, I've been getting a lot of comments or questions asking whether or not I was making a replay editor tutorial or video editor tutorial. I have made 3 in the past, so today we're gonna do it completely raw. I'm gonna go over everything with you. So once you've gotten your trick, we got this kickflip backside nose slide. You can open up the replay editor by hitting back or select, whatever you call that button nowadays. You can go back and forward with the triggers. I always just go to my starting point, then I press RB and then hit the left stick. Then we get our start, and then while still holding RB we can hit Y. Then we're doing a clip zoom and we got our workspace. Now, to see what we're actually doing, we gotta turn Montage View on, and this also changes the camera, which you could change on X, but it is gonna change over to the free cam there, as you can see. So now I can freely move around, and let's just film this long lens. So that's what we're starting with, a long lens single trick. And what I normally do is I find the field of view keyframe down there in the corner. So we do that by left or right on the D-pad. And we got all these to mess around with, but field of view is the one I'm starting with. So I am going to hold RB. That is giving us the option to add a keyframe. I'm gonna hit down, and then you have some sliders here to see how much zooming in or out you want, and we are just gonna go with 20 for the beginning here. And I'm imagining my film is just gonna be standing still on like a ladder or whatever we are on, so there's not gonna be much movement on that point. But then I'm just gonna see, like, at this point, yeah, I probably still want it to be at 20. But then once we get into the flip here, and you can also see it's getting a little bit blurry, that's the depth of field. We'll adjust that later on, but yeah, to fully see what I'm doing here, I'm just gonna press Y, hide the UI. And yeah, I do wanna zoom out a little bit, maybe around, yeah, this would be pretty good. And then I might have chosen a weird angle, but it's just to show you guys like how to do this. So we're pretty good in frame here, but I still want to zoom out a bit more. And at this point, yeah, you know what, that might be fine, because then we can like zoom in on the ground there. So maybe here we're just gonna set another one at 35, and then I'm gonna get to zooming in around here. Maybe just, yeah, let's go get super close here. But at this point, all we got is the field of view keyframe, so we're just zooming in and out. We haven't really placed our camera yet, so I'll just show that again, the UI, and then we'll find camera, and we'll just set our first camera keyframe. I'm gonna set it up here so that we kind of pan down. I think that's probably gonna look okay, hopefully. And then at some point, we wanna meet our skater. The video editor can be a little bit tricky to work with sometimes, but we are just gonna place that right here. And then we got the trick, just to make sure everything is in frame the way I want it to. I'm gonna hide the UI again. We can still place keyframes while in this. And we got the landing, got our skater in frame, filming like straight down on our skater, and then we got the zooming in here. Something like this. Then I always just watch it backwards to see if there's anything I would change. So maybe around here we're not that well in shot, and it's between 2 keyframes, so you can go ahead and change this without it's gonna look like jumpy, hopefully. And then let's just watch the rest. Other than that, it looks pretty good. We could add some slow motion, of course, so I will change the keyframes with the D-pad again. We'll get play rate, just add a 1 here, and then while we're on the handrail, I want it to be around, yeah, 60% speed, and I want that all the way to the end, and then we land here where it's going to be 1 again. But I do want the flip to be a bit slower, so we'll get that down to, yeah, so somewhere around 4. Next up, I don't really like how the weather is right now, so we'll go back to the start. We'll find time of day, and yeah, it's set to like 3 o'clock. This looks kind of golden here, 12 at noon. Okay, that actually, yeah, it's fine. I mean, you can change the day. You can even set another time of day later on, and then it's actually gonna transition through that. So you could get some very like cinematic shots with that. I don't know. It's not something I'm gonna be using much, but it is nice that it's there. And then we're gonna add some camera shake. Just gonna set it to like maybe just 5. And then I think that was all of it, because we kind of got around the depth of field. Depth of field. Man, my brain is bugging out here. But we have our camera keyframes, got our field of view keyframes, we got the play rate, camera shake, and time of day. So this is pretty much what I use on like just single long lens clips. Okay, we went kind of fast by, but I still really like that clip. And of course, if you want to change some stuff to the camera, I normally just, you know, I would maybe turn it to 4:3. I don't know how much that actually changes. That looks sick. I mean, it does feel a little more zoomed out. Yeah, still pretty awesome, man. So I don't know if we should do like one more. Maybe, yeah, maybe a fisheye clip, and maybe we'll even get it like VX style, because I think it has such a cool effect. But we're just quickly gonna get, I don't know, maybe a tray flip on this piece of plywood. Okay, we gotta do it. Oh my god, didn't place a session marker. Maybe we'll just take that one then. We'll just go back there, and then once again holding the RB, we're gonna set the start. I'm even gonna set the end for this one, since we teleported kind of far back. It's gonna be like a short end there, but it's fine. It's fine. Gonna go into camera again. Gonna choose just the normal fisheye. I'm even gonna turn on the VX colors. Why not? I love that. Yeah, I think this looks so sick. Let's turn Montage View on by hitting LB. Hide the UI, and let's just get our camera guy in place here. Yeah, this could look really good, or maybe it looks terrible. So I just gotta make sure we're on the camera keyframes here. Where do I want my skate in the beginning? Maybe kind of like this. Place one right there. The next one is going to be here. Then I'm just gonna hide the UI to see a little bit better what we're doing. Maybe pull back a little bit. I do have the camera light on. That's fine. But I do want the bank to look a bit more steep, so we'll tilt the camera a little bit. Oh, this is actually going to look pretty sick. And then tone it back down. Maybe get in a little bit closer. Maybe start tilting the camera back. And then of course we don't have that much roll away, since I teleported out of there. But last thing is, I'm just gonna add a little bit of camera shake. I think 5 is gonna be fine. And then you also got like a VX clip. So once again, like reviewing it here, we are losing some wheels. So, you know, let's just quickly fix that. Okay, we're still kind of losing it around here, but we're pretty close to a keyframe. So I'm just gonna go in the middle of these two and then lower it a little bit like that. Hopefully it's not gonna be like too choppy, but then you could go ahead and remove some of the other keyframes. It actually looks pretty sick. I like that we can kind of see the reflection a little bit. Oh, that's a really dope tray flip. Let's just get the play rate going here. I want to see this in slow-mo. I feel like this is really a tribute to Day One Song. I think he's had a tray flip on like a weird bank in at least 5 or 6 parts, and I absolutely love it. So alright, this is going to be our clip. Yeah, I mean, that's a fine little filler clip, and if you wanted to, it works exactly the same way with lines. You're just, of course, following the skater. But this was just a very quick little video to, yeah, to those asking for, like, when is the replay editor tutorial coming? I've made like 4 in the past, so this is not going to be super in-depth, but I hope you guys get the idea of the different features it has, how to work it. And if you've already seen my previous tutorials, you probably didn't need this video, but at least you could follow along on us getting some cool clips. And skating with the VX fisheye is kind of weird. So I'm just gonna say thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Until the very next time, have it good and peace out.